Leave your axe at the door. let's have everyone hop into Roll20 and roll a d20. As last time, you were facing off against the Yuan Ti cult leader and their treasure guard, the dust devil-like elemental creature. And things were pretty bad at the start. You had one person who was downed, another person who was paralyzed, but thankfully through a little bit of stalling, a little bit of incremental healing, you managed to get people back up and raring to go. You focused on the dust devil creature pretty fast, getting it down before it was able to do too much more of its paralyzation abilities, though it did cause a little bit of casualties as it went down. Hysera wasn't able to avoid that damage that exploded about out from it. But Aja got her up, and that is when you focused on the big guy. They did their best, flailing their 4 scimitars around with their limbs, but when it looked like all was lost for them, they decided to flee through the teleporter into another room. But in attempting to get past Aja, who was standing on the teleporter, they just didn't quite make it. The Paladin and the Monk managed to take them down before they were able to leave the room. That is where you decided to rest for just a moment, not a short rest entirely, but enough to get those who were pretty bad off back up to sort of bad off. And in that time, you searched the room, found quite a bit of things, some treasure items, a lot of money. You managed to take some of the swords. I think someone grabbed the metal plate that was on the wall that was hovering around the boss. I'm not sure who got that, if they did at all. But after you gathered your stuff for a bit, you decided to head back and try to help the slaves who were off in the pens, the Liettes still, but couldn't quite grasp the concept of the teleporters just yet. So with a little bit of Scooby-Doo Yakety Sax style teleporting around, you finally were able to get into the same room, where getting to that point meant running into Triceratops, basilisks, and several concubine Yuan Ti females. But after a little bit of talking about what you wanted to do next, throwing a shark into a pool of blood with with one of the Yuan Ti guards, a short rest was recommended. So we will start off with a couple character facts, and Ashe will be leading that charge.
Ashe doesn't really cry a lot, but she gets teared up like very easily. So like somebody died, somebody's getting married, a cute puppy, you will get teary.
there something recent that triggered this?
Not that I can think of.
It's hormonal.
She almost died. That didn't trigger it.
I mean, that's true. But that's like herself. I don't know. I feel like that would be a little different.
Okay.
It would be more like scary than sad.
Sheila.
Sheila has a secret mentor she never told very many people about, who was a teacher who she knew back in Avernus, not Avernus, she was in Elturel. And who she became very close to, and perhaps too close to, who gave her a lot of, help and information, and really helped her be the singer she is, but also took advantage of her. And she was, too young for the way things went down. And, so it's sort of a, uncomfortable secret. But it was her first teacher, and also first intimate relation. That the kind of stuff you wanted?
This whole thing is to make you think about your character.
Yeah.
Who they are, their backstory, and where they're going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll come up later on. Share with the party in game. But for now, it's just the player side.
Okay.
Ponderance.
Yeah, so Ponderance isn't his given born name. It is what his quarry friend calls him, and he has forgotten, since he connected to the plane of dreams, what his original earthly name was.
Wow. Mysterious.
Cahoon.
Sorry, I'm just I'm thinking. I think I had previously said that kind of although like his group, like the Goliaths on his mountain side, are pretty chill for the most part. That part of the reason why he's so against violence now is because of somebody dying because of something he did, or something like, yeah. But it's not like they're kind of his group was more of the that incident kind of solemned the whole group to where they're one of the more passive in the hills or in the mountains. So whenever he sees violence, he knows that sometimes it's occasionally required, if it's for defense or to protect somebody else, but It's mainly just like if I have to do this type of burden, then he will do it, but he doesn't. He kind of hates himself afterward.
And lastly, Loki.
Wow. I mean, after all that, all I was going to say is I hate turnips.
Well,
There's a-
hopefully none
there's a
turn
bit-
up.
There's a bit more to
Oh, sure, what he
There's
just
a
said.
bit more to it than that. I mean,
Turn
you
up
know,
for
there was
what?
this one really, really long winter and we were running low on the flour and sugar and potatoes and beans and everything else and except turnips. We had lots of turnips. I won't touch turnips anymore.
And Loki is truly the most
Understood.
traumatized of the group.
Mm-hmm. Women.
All right, so you decided that you would want to take some semblance of a short rest. You're not so determined to leave just yet. You would like to rest up, get some health back before you head back in and collect the things that were lost, as well as rescue those who have been left behind. So,
Hopefully.
if that's still what you would like to do,
Yes.
so I will have, if there's anything you'd like to do during the short rest, things like study parchment books. You can study some of the items that you gathered, kind of do a budget, identify spell on some things, determine what kind of magics they have, if any. Aja said that she wanted to distribute the money that was found
Mm-hmm.
in the treasure room, and also identify the scimitars that she gathered from the Yuan-Ti boss. She found from that study that the scimitars are very similar to the flame tongue weapon, where it's basically a normal sword, but you speak a command word and imbue them with a sort of magic.
Ah.
Although this is a poison magic instead of a fire magic from flame tongue. And the money that she distributes
Has to go into a 25-year trust.
It's if that's what you'd like to invest in. But each person gets 21 platinum, 50 gold, and 128 silver.
Can you put that in the chat?
I think I'm going to buy some
Thank you.
NFRs,
So what is-
non-fungible runes. I hear they're the latest thing.
All right, that is what Aja does. Is there anything anyone else would like to do in this hour it takes for a short rest?
I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my last of my divine powers to get my a spell slot back.
right. Anyone else?
I'm looking
I'm-
through all my stuff to see if I have anything that gives me my spell slot back. Short
Well,
rest.
As a warlock, you gain your warlock spell slots back after
Okay.
a short rest. So I believe that's 2 third level spells.
that's pretty good. Pretty chunky.
To walk me on this short rest, I use hit dice to regain points.
Yeah, so you can use as many hit dice as you have.
Okay.
So if you're
And
level 10s, that's 10 hit die. And just click the word hit dice
Oh, okay.
on there, and it will automatically roll and add your constitution modifier. You don't have to use all of them. You just keep saying, I use another, I use another, I use another, until you have the amount of hit points that you feel satisfied.
And
Oh, okay.
You have to manually add the hit points back to your total, and you have to manually decrease the number of hit dice you have left for that long
Got
rest
it.
period.
So if I've used 2, oh, that was a bad one. Okay, that would give me 29 back. Okay, that was a good one. Okay, I can stop there. I've used
That was a
5.
good one.
And got 10, 20, 39. Okay. Gets me back to 70. That's not bad.
As you're thinking about if there's anything else you
And
can do. Yep.
Oops. I don't know if Action Surge comes back with a. I'm gonna have to look up some of these things.
I believe Action Surge and Second Wind returns for fighters.
Oh yes, Action Surge does.
Clerics and Paladins get their Challenge Divinity back. Monks get their key. Warlocks get their spell slots. I think Rangers get it.
Too bad.
He's not here to complain.
Mhm.
So as you're taking your short rest, as you're just sort of either sitting down, pacing back and forth, or just resting in general, before you started your rest, you heard the sound of pounding of something against stone to the northwest. That is where you sent the Triceratops to find the other snake people that it was talking about.
Whoops.
But after maybe 5 minutes of this, the pounding stops. And Sheila, Ponderance, and Ashe, since you're up in the northeastern part, you're the ones who notice this first. As you're just sort of resting, taking it all in, getting ready for what's to come, you see the snakehead statues that are protruding from the balcony. They have their mouths open, agape, facing outwards, and as you are just waiting, you see that a red liquid starts to pour from their mouths, from as if they're regurgitating blood. It starts out a slow trickle, but you notice that each one starts to slowly increase the amount of blood that is pouring from. It's not a torrent, but it's enough to be concerned about something is going on. You don't hear much in the sound, in the sense of figures, creatures going on. Ponderance, as you stare down the hallway, you do see that the Yuan-Ti female has gathered the two basilisks in the throne room and is heading towards the river and the cave down the hall. She looks back in your direction, but that is all you tell from her knowing that you're there. She leads the two mindless basilisk creatures away from the throne room. Cahoon, Loki, and Aja, you all notice through the room to the Cahoon and Aja notice, but the room to where the concubines were held up. You kept that door open, that gate, portcullis, just in case they wanted to escape. But now they're kind of wandering out, milling around inside. Cahoon and Loki, you can make insight checks if you're watching what they're doing in there.
Oh, where'd my... Shoot.
Very nice. So you are watching them as they move around inside. They kind of slowly approach the hallway to where you are. You can see that they are very nervous. Everything they're doing is tentative and shy. They are appearing to want to make a move, but are unsure about what maybe you'll do to them if they do. They are nervous, they are unsure, and they seem lost. As if they need to do something, but aren't sure how to go about doing it.
What it is they need to do?
Well, I'm
Loki and
going
Cahoon,
to
you also...
pay them much attention. After that short rest, do I still have the exhaustion thing on?
Yes, you have to take a long rest for that.
Okay. But it's still only a couple more turns.
What was that?
But it's still only on for a couple more turns or something, right?
The exhaustion lasts until you take a long rest. And then 1 point of exhaustion gets taken off.
Okay.
Loki and Cahoon, as you're kind of just watching the female concubines wander around, Loki notices it first, but Cahoon, after some time, also notices it. The room to your left, to the west, you do see the pathway leading up. There's a sloped path leading up to a very large gong at the top of a balcony. Beyond that, there is another room. Neither of you have. Yes, neither of you have entered that room yet. But you both hear the sounds of many, many feet shuffling. Seems like they're going from north to south. Cahoon, as you kind of are torn between different distractions, you also notice to the south the hallway, you see several of these UNT creatures of varying snake monstrosities, malformations. You notice them going from right to left down this hallway to the south. You also notice beyond that hallway there's another room where UNT and several sort of malformed humanoid creatures, not like other UNT, are quickly milling about, attempting to do something. And this all happens during your hour that you take this short rest. Your short rest Your short rest goes undisturbed, but you do notice these many things that are transpiring while you are getting your rest on.
Okay.
So, after your hour, you notice, everyone in general notice just a lack of sound. The blood that was trickling from the snake mouths slows to a halt, just dripping the last little bit of these, the blood was regurgitated into the upper basin where you're standing next to, and then trickling down into the main pool that Ashe is right next to.
Does a certain someone have to make a Constitution save?
I believe you stalled that for the rest of the day.
Oh, with the lesser restoration?
It was Aja is cured, but you did something to prevent Sheila from having to go blood frenzy for some.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right, so what
Okay.
would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna pull a critter out of my gray bag of tricks. What do I roll when I do that?
A D8. And a gray bag of tricks that gets you a badger.
A badger. Cool. All right. Come on, badger. It's you and me. I say we go out towards the gong. I think we can find a way back to the slaves.
Can I? Would we know that the blood coming out of the snake heads was because they were being sacrificed on the floor above?
That is a possibility.
Okay. Then I think I would say to Loki that I don't think the slaves are still alive.
Oh dear.
Don't care.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell tits up and make my cape fly, and I'm gonna head up that ramp towards that gong.
I'll go with, because
Well, then we had better find the artifact and get out of here.
It's even here. Oh, that map. Did we have a chance to look at that map while we were? I don't know if that map would show where the.
No, it's like a larger map.
What map?
Well, she got a map. I just don't know if.
Ah,
Ash showed you this map that she found
right.
looting the treasure room before you got there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know if it
All right.
really
Not relevant
is what
right
we're
now.
looking for.
I'm going to continue moving my piece.
Do it.
I'm right up by the gong now.
Okay, then guess everyone
I
would be.
see. Yeah, it looks like it opens up into a bigger hall of some kind. Some kind of statue ahead of me.
Yes, so you get past the gong. It looks like it is used for ceremonies or alerting the temple of intruders' presence, though it was never used, as far as you know, while you were here. You enter this larger room. There is a coiled snake statue, almost directly in the center. It reaches almost to the ceiling, about 15 feet high. The statue is 15 feet high. The room itself is 20 feet. You notice several carts in here. And to the northwest, there is a pen where one side has been burst open. The right side.
Oh, a pen. Huh. Okay. Okay, is anybody else coming?
Yes, I was trying to come, but I can't.
Yeah, I guess we have to follow you.
You can't what?
I couldn't get past the wall.
You can go around. There's a.
Oh, okay.
It's a ramp leading upwards to about.
I see. Oh, there I go. I see now. We are following. We see Loki. Okay. I'm gonna say this is where the Triceratops was. That we.
The what?
Well, he saw us. Kill his friend.
Oh.
Yeah, and so we convinced him that.
I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so yeah.
Well, but did you see what's down this way yet?
No, we
Or
didn't.
did you only go as far? Okay.
So, before you enter or leave this room, Loki, since you have such a high passive investigation, as you're walking through this this room, you notice that it has fairly recently had a lot of traffic going through, which would make sense. The noises and the footpaths that you heard during your short rest. But one thing that you kind of didn't hear, but you now notice, there are fresh markings in the stone floor, as if something made of like a hardy metal was dragged through here.
Okay. Just
It's something you notice.
something I notice. Well, remember that big metal thing that ended up teleporting around, but
Right.
You can also control your badger.
well, yes, Badger to me, stay by my side. I'm going to send my Badger a little ways ahead. How would we actually do this? I want my Badger to go down to the hallway that I see going off to my right, ahead of me.
Okay, I believe you can see what it sees if you move its token up and around.
Oh. Okay, well that looks familiar. Yes, I think this is the right way.
All right.
So I'm going to go up where the Badger is. Send my Badger on a little ways on ahead again. Wow, where'd everybody go?
They all gone?
I think so.
Is this the hallway that are they back in the cells? We can't see from here.
I don't know. I'll come down here. Okay, my rod should be around here. Is it still around any?
Is it this thing?
About head height?
You don't see any kind of movable rod.
In the hallway at all?
Well, what happened to the whole immovable quality? You need to get your money back.
Well, if they just, if they push the button and turn it off, then it's movable.
I see. Somebody
but they have
figured
to
it
have
out.
the intelligence to recognize what it is and whatever. But
That was
yeah,
Monkey's
it's
kind
quite
of thing.
possible.
I don't have
Alright.
tokens, but you do see the bodies of about 24 humanoid people
Oh no!
in that room.
Yeah. Okay. Damn it. We really let them down.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, I remember I'd put my weird lock thing on this door. And so I don't want to leave it behind too, so I guess I'm just going to take it off. I think it was that door. No, it was a different door. It was the door here on this pool, or whatever was behind it, across from the altar.
All right.
So I'll reclaim my unpickable lock. All right.
That makes sad. Did you
I-
look down in the pits?
I'm going to check the pits.
Pits.
That's just,
Is the portcullis up or down or anything? That
it's open.
okay? Doesn't seem to let me in.
I'm afraid that the blood we saw coming out was from those poor people.
Yeah, me too. But I just wanted to check. Ah, there I went.
All right. Final job is to go get
Is
that
anyone in
artifact.
any of them?
So you look into each of the bell-shaped pits. The
Yep.
top two are empty.
Yep.
As you had left it. The bottom two contain two bodies of Yuan-Ti guards that you had dumped in there.
And that's it. Okay. All right. Let's go. Nothing more we can do here.
Well, we still need to find the artifact.
You
Yeah.
do, as you walk past the room that is now open,
Yeah.
You see it is heavily furnished with throw rugs and cushions. You see an engraved chest in one corner that looks open and completely empty. There are several urns and vases in this room, as well as a table with just a few pieces of parchment thrown on it.
Can we?
The person's no longer in there.
It is empty otherwise. There appears to be no creatures inside.
I'll peek in.
Okay,
And
enter if you want.
I want to investigate the stuff on the table.
There are. It's a small table. It's not really a desk that one might sit at, but you do notice that there are some parchments on there scribbled in a language that you do not recognize. There's a few drawings of either snakes or elementals. You're a high elf, right? Not a genasi this time?
Good question. I am Eladrin.
Yeah, so there are like various elemental creatures on there as well that don't really ring any bells. Nothing like they didn't leave you a note after they left.
Mhm.
Like, sorry, you gotta skedaddle. Our boss is dead. Bye.
Why not?
All right. Well, I think then we better go back to where we were and down that long hallway. So there's activity down there. It might be fueling that blood might be fueling some ritual, and
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm heading back with my badger.
Snake! It's a snake! It's a snake. Badger, 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 badger.
Snake, snake, snake.
Okay, so yeah, you head back down south.
Going back by the gong. Past the gong, send the badger down to the hallway.
Oh, it looks out. Yeah, we didn't go down here.
Uh-oh.
There are 2 hallways.
I'm going to direct my badger to go to the left when it hits the cross hall.
Sorry, did
Maybe
you
not.
say what was on the table?
Yes. Various writings of a language you couldn't decipher. Many drawings of snakes and various kinds of elementals that you don't recognize.
Okay. I take them anyway.
Also, make a history or a nature check.
14.
You still have less? Oh, I guess you. Whatever. Yeah, so you notice that one of the drawings is of asterisms and constellations in the sky. To the right person, it could be worth some money.
Sweet. I take all of the papery things.
So tax records dating back to 2015.
I don't remember. Oh, you said there were like vases and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I will take the papers and show them to. Sorry, go ahead.
There are several smaller vases, probably like 1 to 2 feet tall. There is one pretty large one standing 4 feet tall. You think it's probably over 200 pounds to carry.
I peer inside of it.
You open the lid. The lid itself is about 25 pounds, so it takes a little bit to open up, and you peer inside, and once you do, a gust of air blows up in your face. Not enough to push you back or anything, but you feel like something lived in here at one point. And it was
And
go ahead.
And you've just unleashed a great evil upon the world?
Yeah, so since Ashe is still back there and nobody else is, she'll have to roll for initiative, and everyone else is wandering the halls. No,
my
so
goodness.
yeah, you just feel a brush of wind as if something was escaping out, but you didn't feel anything or see anything substantial.
Okay. I put the lid back on, and I will go find everyone else and see if anyone knows what the language is on the paper.
I just hope nobody saw.
She shows it to me. I'll look. Do I know what the language is?
I believe Ponderance is the only one who would know what language it is.
He speaks dead.
Well, probably still moseying over, so.
Do we? Where did everybody go?
So the blood pool room, they went back into there,
Yep.
and they were heading south.
Oh, I see. We went down over.
So Ashe, you show the script to party. Cahoon, Loki, and Ponderance notice that there are several words on there in primordial. But Ponderance notices that the majority of the text is like the broken draconic that the UNT people speak. You notice, you recognize a few words on it, like slaves, command, servant, and wind elemental.
Okay, well, I relate to the party that it seems mostly on track with what we've seen of them so far. Just talking about their subjugates, but it does mention a wind elemental, which seems weird.
Something about a fart in a jar.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what we fought in the treasure room?
Well, that is true.
I think the thing we fought in the treasure room was an undead. I don't know
What?
if there's a wind
No, there was an elemental, and there was the snake person with the 4 arms, right?
undead. The elemental was undead.
I
I'm pretty
It's
I
hard to
thought-
like roleplay it, but Cahoon did notice that his strikes were a bit harder when he asked his god for a little bit of help. So he can determine that it can be either undead or fiend.
Mm.
Okay. Well,
Um,
I think we should just keep going straight south.
Okay. Do we notice? Like I was gonna say, do we notice that there's still movement down there? But then that token appeared. on the
Yeah,
fence.
I see something down there.
Yeah,
There's
there
something down
is.
there.
Yeah.
Feel free to move down. Once you get to the crossroads, since the badger's already gotten past, you see
Okay.
to the west a ramp leading upwards to another hallway. To the east, there is a very large pit that has a rickety-looking wooden planks that line the actual room. To the southwest, there is another hallway, and to the south, you start to see several of those creatures that you saw before milling about in the room to the south. Although these creatures are now standing still, no movement at all.
They must need. Wonder if they need direction from their leader, from their master. Move, do anything.
I'm gonna send my badger all the way down.
Get back on it.
Oh, it's a dining hall or something down here? And it looks like there's 4 of them. But they're not moving?
No, they are upright standing. These humanoid-esque creatures, but they
Okay.
are completely still. You do know the badger notices a little bit of like movement as maybe a breeze pushes them to sway, but other than that, they are not moving. If Loki wanted to observe the room to the south, as you get closer to the room, you notice that the air is getting moist and sticky. You see natural light that would spill from the ceiling, and there's mud that coats the walls and floors. There are stone workbenches that have various shapes and sizes of clay bottles. Various kinds of plants are look to grow amongst the clutter. That looks like they would be fed by rain coming from the cracks in the ceiling. Around this room are the creatures just slouching, standing there, and they smell of death.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't think this is the way we need to go right now. I say we go back and go up that ramp.
You don't think that's the way that we'll have the item we seek, right?
I just have a feeling it's not.
Okay. What's everybody else think?
We can always come back.
True.
And these guys are creeping me out.
All right, well, let's go.
Yep.
Just back to the hallway. I'll send the badger down a little ways. Oh yeah, there's a hall that just kind of goes off at an angle. I don't know. You want to check it out?
Okay.
I mean, we should check
send-
everywhere.
I'll send the badger
Yeah.
down a little ways.
Badger
There's
seems
a-
to be leading the charge.
There's a what is it? Is it a statue? Is it a large painting? Is it a giant snake?
So you follow the badger relatively close, and you
Relatively
notice
close.
that there is what looks to be a storeroom in beyond this hallway. And in the storeroom that is coiled around several of the boxes and barrels, a rather large snake-looking creature. It does not pay the badger any mind as it moves around looking inside of crates and boxes, kind of lifting it up with its nose, looking inside and closing it again.
Yeah, it's some kind of storeroom.
If it doesn't seem aggressive, maybe we can talk to it.
Cahoon, are you checking out that room?
Yeah, trying to.
So you walk into this room. The rickety wooden planks that line the very coarse, rough edges are just barely able to keep your weight with your heavy plate armor. As you enter this room, the first thing you notice is the smell. It smells awful. It smells fetid. And you look down into the pit, and it's about 50 feet deep. And you notice that the floor at the bottom of this deep pit is moving around.
Okay. Interesting.
There are also hallways that lead one to the south, one to the east.
Okay. Kind of maybe like I want to try to get to this other door. To the right.
Okay.
Can I just walk there? Do I need to make like an investigation or something to like see where I can step, or is it? Is it just barely holding me?
Make a dexterity check, not a saving throw, a check. And you follow. I'm not sure if you want to go north or south, but you follow the edge of this this rickety, rotting wooden planks around. And you manage to get there without any kind of incident. You reach to the southern doorway, and you find a room that is. As soon as you walk in, you smell the blood just everywhere. It kind of hits you as if there was a barrier that was protecting the smell from getting anywhere else. To the west, there are 6 alcoves, and in each alcove there is a small pit. And scattered around the room, there are 5 human individuals lying on the ground. Each one seems to have been killed fairly fresh. You notice that they still have blood leaking from their bodies. To the east, there isn't.
Okay. These look like bathtub, like toilets type of pits.
You look down into one, and it is pretty quick. You notice that each one is filled with an amount of blood.
Interesting.
You can't tell how deep it is. The liquid is too thick.
Guess I'll peer into this room. Can't really tell what this thing is. It just has a shadow.
As you get closer to this room, you feel heat coming from the doorway. As you walk in, you notice that there are what looks like discarded skin. It has been shed, not ripped, not flesh that has been ripped off, but reptile skin that has been shed, laid about the room.
Mm.
Interesting. So it's like a lizard sauna.
That would be a good guess.
Okay. Well, this is just
We'll-
interesting.
We'll get back to the east side. Loki, what are you doing?
Well, I can see there's this storeroom looks really interesting, but I'm really thinking that we wanted to go up that ramp. So, me and the Badger are gonna back out of that. Okay, let's keep going up the ramp.
Also, since your short rest, nobody has attempted to make any kind of stealth check. So whatever room you enter, will have full awareness that you are entering the room
Okay.
or approaching it, even. Unless you
You're
would like to
right,
make
we
stealth
have not-
checks.
I have not made any. I don't mind making a stealth check, but I did not think of it for this.
We haven't really seen anyone either.
You've seen the sort of emaciated creatures to the south, just standing
Yep.
in one spot. And Loki saw a massive anaconda in a storeroom,
Mm-hmm.
but neither seemed to regard you in any way.
And that's why I left them alone.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna Badger right on up ahead, so that where it widens up. Oh, like just
In
I
this
don't know, I
room, the
look-
Badger sees a wide pillared hallway with walls that have reliefs of serpents and worshippers that look like they're doing some pretty awful things.
Uh-oh.
and wait, no, I looked in there. Oh, this is no. If we keep going north now, that just takes us back to that coiled snake statue in the room with the carts and where you
Mhm.
met the Triceratops guy. Okay, all right. Up the ramp was not the right way.
You also
Um,
see a door to the west side.
There is a door to the west side. Just a little door. Well, I'm gonna try the door.
Okay. You
Is
walk
the
up.
door locked?
You walk up to the door, and there is no handle. You can tell it's a door because there is a stone slab that is quite obvious, different than the rest of the wall. There is no relief on here. But as you look at it, there's no handle, there's no lever, there's no knob or button to open it with.
Hmm.
All right, push it.
You feel solid stone.
I curse at it.
What do you say?
That's helpful.
Yep. Oh. Open sesame, granite face.
Give me your secrets.
That is not what it would like to hear.
Do you speak Slytherin?
Oh, but it wants to hear something.
Just like flick your tongue back and forth.
flick my
Right?
tongue back and forth. Okay, while you are trying to figure out the mysteries of the slab door, what is everyone else trying to do? Kind of at this crossroads, wondering what Loki is up to, wondering what Cahoon is up to. Is there something you'd like to do?
I would just kind of hover here, like, very uncomfortable with the fact that, like, two people have gone off in two different directions and I can't, like, see them, and I don't want to follow Cahoon across that rickety platform. So I'm just kind of like standing there wringing my hands.
You know, there's got to be a home group, sus, someone to run screaming back to.
Ponderance or Sheila? Do you have any ideas?
No, I'll let the away party do their thing.
Uh, it seems to me like the door that Loki couldn't get through was listening for something. It's wanting information, or it's wanting like a password. And didn't we just go to a place where the guards were that had a lot of documents? Maybe there's a password in there. Who could read those?
I think you probably just have to command it to open them in Draconic. In this primordial Draconic.
Who speaks Draconic, Ren?
Dialect.
I mean, Ponderance does, but not their specific dialect. So I don't. Maybe it would work.
Maybe.
What else do we got?
None. We got nothing.
Okay. I'm down. Let's go look.
I'm going to try to navigate back. How far can I jump?
I would not jump.
I was
Why did you
asking.
want to jump?
I just want to see how far. It's just a question, okay? How far can I jump? Isn't it like your strength? Something with your strength? 5 feet per strength or something? Or is that just the height?
A number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet. It's not the modifier, it's the score.
I see.
If you do a standing jump, it's half the distance. So if your
I
strength
see.
score is 20, you jump 20 feet after running for 10.
Running for 10 minutes. Okay. What's my strength? My strength is 23. Well, I mean, it could be. If I was here and I ran and jumped like from here, then 5, 10, 15, 23 would be like from here, you know?
Yeah.
Could be. Well, I'll just try to walk back. Originally. I need to make a dexterity again.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Well,
If you wanted to use strength, you could do an athletics to try and angle it so you're able to get to the doorway from your spot, jumping. If you think athletics is better than dexterity. Yeah. So you do your jump, all that heavy armor doesn't weigh you down as you run and push against the wall to angle it correctly. You jump into the doorway without any problem.
Yay!
surprise.
Ponderance, you hear the clanking of someone in heavy armor running and then slamming right next to you.
This whole place is coming down. Duck and cover.
Let me roll my stealth.
Obviously.
You slam into the door. There's no more door there. You can't close it.
It's like that's the scene from Lord of the Rings. Knock the pot all the way down the well.
Fool of a duck.
The bucket.
Funnily enough, so you run and jump and slam into the doorway, shattering it in pieces. Have a
In pieces, you say?
strange, yes, the wooden door that was there is in pieces. And you kind of shrug and have a weird look on your face. And after that, you hear another very large slam. This time against stone, coming from the northeast.
Coming from the northeast.
After a couple moments, 30 seconds, you hear another slam. Stone.
What direction is it coming from?
What's there.
Well, I'm heading back to the intersection where apparently everybody else still is.
Yep.
You were
They're
gonna
waiting for
leave
your-
Cahoon
They're
behind.
waiting for your report, your scout.
Yeah, the scout.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah,
it
that,
is.
that just takes us back to where we were. There is a door in that hall up there, though, but I can't get in. It's just a stone door with no knob or anything on it. Yeah.
We were thinking maybe it needs somebody that can speak Draconic or something to talk to it.
Donkey tonk.
Well,
Yeah.
if
Maybe?
Ponderance wants to go talk to the door, I suppose. Sure, I'll go out, but
We should stick together.
we should stick together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we could either go down through that room with those 4 creepy guys that look like they're in a trance and half dead.
Let's not.
But there's a room beyond where they are. There's a door down there anyway. Or
And
we can
they're-
go through this storeroom with the giant anaconda and see what's beyond it.
Nothing like an anaconda, you know.
Sounds like there are lots of adventures for us to go on.
I don't
Let's
think
pick
if
one.
you want to go down this way, it smells terrible and it's quite dangerous.
Which way?
I'm gonna
The
this
garbage
way,
chute way.
and I'm gonna close the. I would look back to close the door, but it's not there anymore. So kind of pat the threshold of the door.
Okay. You'd say don't go that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
All right.
Gotcha.
Should we talk to our snake friend then here? See what's in
See
that
if they're-
storeroom?
See if they're maybe they're not aggressive.
Yeah, maybe they're one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Send the badger down there. And he hasn't attacked the badger.
That's good news. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the badger all the way around to the other door, the side of the room. Okay, he's there. Still hasn't attacked. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah, so you walk
move
up
up
to
to the room.
the opening of the room, and the snake regards both you and the badger, just kind of with glances, but nothing more.
Like tips its hat.
It goes about its business, rummaging through these crates and barrels and clay pots.
Oh, it's a rummager. Rummaging.
Yeah, I think it's guarding them and
Or it's looking
checking
for
the
rats.
contents that everything's still there. And it just,
Ah.
I would say don't touch any of the crates or barrels and just go through the room and get out. I'm gonna try that anyway. Badger goes through.
Where was
and
the door that like couldn't open? Was that this one?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
So as Loki, as you're walking through the room,
Yeah.
you and the rest of the party hears another slam of stone. And shortly after that, several smaller stones, sounding like something is crumbling. The snake, when that happens, looks to the northeast. It sees Cahoon and Ashe walking down the hall, but after it sees them, it just kind of peers past them. And for a moment, it stops what it's doing and then goes back to its business of whatever in the crates and barrels it was doing. Loki, you notice, since you're the only one that has seen it do this before, now it seems to be moving a bit quicker, checking these barrels after that slam happened.
Okay.
Now I see that the door at the other side of the room was open, and I have stepped in, and what am I seeing?
You walk into an
It's like
unrefined cavern, very dissimilar to what you've been experiencing before with all the smooth walls.
Yeah.
There is a small fire that looks like it's in the process of going out. In several different places, there are piles of straw, hay, where several humanoid bodies are lying. They look like
They're dead.
yes, and they have pools of blood that are underneath them. It's still wet, so you can discern that it's probably fairly fresh of a kill.
Are they people?
Yes, they are not the Yuan-Ti people that you've encountered before. These, they look to be slaves, judging by their ragged clothing, shackles around their ankles and wrists. Though
that's
the
a
shackles
good
aren't
giveaway.
attached to anything. These seem to be possibly where they were working as they were taken from the pits before. Cahoon and Ashe, you can enter the room if you like.
Sure. Ash, do you speak with the animal?
With animals. I don't think so. I speak with dead. It's not prepared though.
Aja speaks up. I could speak with animal, but I don't have any spells left. It would have to take 10 minutes to cast the ritual.
I don't think we have that kind of time. Judging by the sounds coming from over there.
As you speak, another sound of stone smashing, crumbling, several smaller sounds coming from that direction.
Okay. I don't know what we want to do.
You're trying to talk to the snake?
Well, I was thinking about it to see what he's looking for.
Has Loki told us what's in there?
Not quite. Yeah, I don't think you've entered the room with the snake. Loki is just staring at the carnage in this cave.
Yeah, there's a cave back here with dead people in it. I don't know what went on here. I'm gonna go look a little further.
Be-
We're looking for the side of undeath, right? So we wanna. I feel like they would keep it in a more secure place than a cave.
your room. If they know what the value is, maybe they don't
Well,
even
I don't think
know.
there's anything here but bodies anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think this is what we're looking for.
But there's a tunnel that goes way out. It could be a way out if we need be later.
Right.
Oh, wait a moment. Just give me a few more minutes.
Okay.
I'll be back. Trust me.
As Loki is exploring, what would the rest of the party like to do?
Ash is just watching the snake, trying to like understand what it's trying to do. Like, is it checking the same ones over and over again? Is it
Right.
moving anything?
You can roll animal handling to try and figure out the intentions of this creature. Cahoon. So
Goodness.
Cahoon. Cahoon, you aren't really sure. It seems to be just. It is double checking the same ones. So you aren't sure what it's doing. Ash, you recognize that this creature seems to be checking stock. It is looking in several of the crates. It looks like it's kind of bobbing its head, counting something, and then moving on to the next one. It is moving around the room, slithering between crates and boxes and barrels.
I get it. It's an adder.
Oh God.
If
Everybody roll a d.
if Loki was next to everyone, then you take that damage, but you're without. Unless he wants to shout it and it echo throughout
No.
the caves.
It's
Loki
but that was
didn't
good.
roll an animal
Um,
handling.
I'll say
Yeah.
inspiration to Loki for that one.
Can
But
I
yes,
just like go
looks
over
like it's
and
keeping
stand next to one of the boxes and like watch as it comes over and counts the things?
Or you could say it's an abacus.
I think Ash would like to, or needs to take a D4 from that. Ash, as you walk and check in the, not look in the crates, but kind of watch it as it does its thing. It opens up a crate and you notice that there are bolts of cloth in some of the crates, bars of metals. In several of the barrels, you see, as it opens up, you kind of smell an aroma wafting from it. So you can tell that there are like salts and spices, and various supplies, just stuff that you would carry around as an adventurer, like to salt your food or like rope, lanterns that would be filled with oil, that kind of thing. But as you are watching this, you notice that none of the containers are half full. They're all empty or mostly empty.
Hmm.
Loki, as you wander around these caves, you find more bodies. You find several like mining tools, like pickaxes, shovels, um,
Hmm.
satchels, and whatnot. It looks like they were carving out these walls, and you make your way to a rather large area of water. There are two rowboats that are tied up and left here. But this body of water seems to head northeast, curving around into the unknown.
Okay.
There's also
I'm gonna head.
a door that you see.
And the door is like to my left, to the north. Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna head back and tell them what I saw here. Come on,
Alright,
Badger.
So, as you're kind of like watching and waiting, the sound of stone slamming happens again. It's getting closer and closer to the northern group: Sheila, Sarah, Aja, and Ponderance. And as the four of you are just kind of waiting at the crossroads for the rest of the group to report their scout, you look to the north and you see a lot of the concubines seem to have left their area and are peering down the hallway at you.
Name one.
It's not polite to stare.
I know. The heck?
Okay, Loki, you make your way back. You see Ashe has gone to the hallway. Coon is still in here, kind of wondering what the snake is all about.
I don't know. I don't know how much we're gonna get out of this back area, honestly. I don't know if this is. I don't think this is. I don't get the feeling this is where we're supposed to be. I'll like jump back up to the group. I mean, we could try the door over here, see if we can get it open. But then I think we should. I think maybe we just try to leave. I'm not sure.
So just give up on getting the thing we came here to get?
I don't know if
Is that
it's
what you're
here.
saying?
We don't know if it's here.
Well, we don't have. Did you have any other ideas where it was? I mean, everything led us to this.
No, we have like the only thing we know is it's at the supposedly at the base of this mountain. But we don't know who is supposed to have it, where it's supposed to be, really what it even looks like. These guys don't seem that they hide anything. They have anything like that in the high regard. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is that we just maybe pray to our deities. Maybe they can lead us in some way or another. But I don't have. What's the cleric channel divinity? Divine intervention?
Yeah, you could use your
that's
divine
it.
intervention and find out it's here or not, or where it is.
I mean, that's
maybe.
You'd have to roll a 10 or lower. I don't know. if you guys want to check down these, I guess I can. I don't know.
Let's
maybe
do
I
it.
can try to meditate. I'm gonna try to meditate. See if I can.
Okay.
All right. Now
I mean, we didn't try taking Ponderance to the door and having
Yeah,
him.
There was a
crying
suggestion.
words.
We just didn't try it.
So let's try taking Ponderance to the door. See if we can do it. I'm gonna sit over here in
Okay.
this corner, facing this way. Sit down and try to just meditate and see if I
All
can.
I
Reach
just
my
got
God
back,
somehow.
and I'm gonna tell you guys about the underground lake that I found and rowboats, and
Rowboats.
we don't need to bother going through the room that has those
Oh.
4 zombie guys because it just leads to the lake. We can go this other way around.
Okay. Excellent. Good to know. Any ideas, Loki, on where we're going to find this artifact? Or do we already have it in our
Nope.
possession?
No idea.
Okay. Could it be those scimitars those glowing
No.
scimitars the lady was wielding? No?
No.
Okay.
It's only one.
Oh.
So anyway, yeah, the door is right up here. End of this hall and off to the left.
I don't know. I don't have commune. I don't have divine intervention. I don't have anything really. I don't even know what I can do. I would. Or no, in this time, just
Does the cleric have some kind of like divination ritual, like augury? You can try divine intervention if you really want to do it in this case, but it'll be a D100 and you need a 10 or lower.
as a paladin or from the cleric.
From the cleric.
There's divination, but I don't have a spell slot for that.
I mean, I guess I could try locate object, but it's to describe or name an object that is similar to you. I mean, if I know the name of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know its name.
But that the scimitar. Don't we know the name of the scimitar?
It's the sight of undeath.
Would that?
Oh, what's augury? Is that it?
Are you just gonna tell me to try it,
I should
Alex?
try
or are you
that.
gonna-
Yeah, if you know the name, I believe that you can locate it with that spell.
Okay. Then I will try locate object. It's only 1,000 feet. I don't really know how far 1,000 feet goes, but in a sense. How far is the map?
It goes beyond the walls of this temple.
Then I will try locate object for the scimitar of undeath.
You have the spell slot for that?
Yeah. That's what I just used my harness divine power to get a 2nd level spell slot.
Right. You are correct. Okay.
It's the only spell slot.
So you cast the spell. You say Scythe of Undeath, the name that you were given by the Michelle at Calimport, and you kind of try and feel it out. Where is this thing? Why haven't you found it yet? It should have been in the treasury. It's the most guarded area. And you don't sense it. That was
Okay. I guess you'll just see Cthulhu kind of like he'll say the words and say Scythe of Undeath, and we'll kind of squint kind of hard, just like willing it in his brain, and then kind of just open his eyes somewhat sadly and look right at Ashe.
Out here?
And shake his head. Unless we find something else for sticking around, I think we should just leave. Don't think it's here.
Oh, all of this and with the item we needed wasn't here. What's the range on that thing you just did? Are you sure it couldn't be nearby?
But it
without
doesn't
being...
work through stone, right? Could it be in this room?
It doesn't work through lead.
Only lead?
So unless there's like lead deposits all around, I don't know. I guess I could
It's
try to
not
move
one of
around.
those 1 foot of stone ones?
No, it lasts for 10 minutes, so I could walk around with it.
Yeah, walk
but-
around.
Let's go into that middle room, maybe, with the pool of blood.
Let's try see if Ponderance can open this door first. And I'll.
Oh, I thought we maybe did that.
I was waiting for
Because
other
we've been
things to
standing
resolve.
here. Okay.
Ponderance, how are you expressing yourself in front of this door?
I mean, I'm gonna just start probably with the simple word open, or like common phrases that mean the same thing. Just go through them in turn.
Maybe there's some clues on the documents we found?
Yeah.
I
You
hand it to him. Well, them.
okay? I'm just going to assume that the simple word like open or enter did not work, right?
No, the draconic words for these are incorrect. You can make
Okay.
an investigation to kind of look at the documents that Ashe has.
And I give him guidance.
You can.
That would be great. So I'll roll d4. Fuck it, why not?
Really double down on this. Okay, that's a really good roll. So you're scouring this entire sheet. There must be something in these documents that have some kind of semblance of information to get through. You're hacking the mainframe at this point, and the star map that you are looking at, it just something about it is not quite. You're not quite getting all the information out of it, and then it clicks. There's something on it. You're getting a mask, and it's in the stars, like astral, some sort of like astral mask. And you speak those words out loud in Draconic, and when you do, the door opens up.
Oh my god. Did
Sex
something right.
rave.
Ah,
We did it, boys. I'm in.
Wow.
Sheila, as you are kind of waiting, for
I take
Ponderance
the
to-
papers back.
as Ponderance is pondering the
door.
phrase, you hear from behind you the sound of flesh slapping against stone, and you turn around and you see a line
Yeah, here they
of
come.
concubines that are just sprinting as fast as they can down south to the storeroom with the giant anaconda. They
They
see
are.
you, but they do not care. They are just running for it. And you everyone hears another sound of stone smashing. This time, it's especially loud, as if something has, like a very large piece of stone has collided with another.
Guys, I think the rats are leaving the ship, as it were. I'll just tell everybody what I saw.
Okay.
All right, well, let's see what's in this room.
All right. Scoot.
Okay,
Hmm,
so in
armory?
this room, you see there are several mannequins standing at attention around. They, some of them, like 2 or 3, have actual pieces of armor that are slapped upon it. Various helms. They have scimitars, and there are still several. There's a crate in here and a few shelves that have various weaponry. It looks like at one point they were jam-packed full of items, but now have been mostly cleaned out. There's still a couple that are there. But all around the room, there are large bones and various kinds of skulls that litter the floor. And you notice that there is an odd shield that is made out of a tortoise shell, which is kind of weird. And as you're kind of like looking around the room, the bones start to move and gather and move together, and it forms a creature to the south. And it speaks in the Yuan-Ti language. Ponderance, you gather a couple words. You gather the words Omu and clothing and face.
Oh.
What do you respond with?
Brendan doesn't know very much about Omu, does Ponderance?
Yeah, you can roll religion.
Okay.
Or history. Alright, so you recall that back in the village that you came to in Cholt, the most worshipped god was called Omu, the god of the hunt. And it seems like this creature is asking what Omu wears upon its face.
Oh,
Okay.
check your papers. Check your crib notes.
I mean, I just gave a pretty thorough reading, and it was a star map, right? So, unless there's like a constellation that looks like his face garment, doubtful. But
Well, that's what the password was, right?
like the astral mask.
Yeah.
Okay, seems weird to ask that question again, but I'll say the astral mask.
The skeletal snake nods and retreats to the corner, but does not disappear. It seems to be watching you.
Huh.
Well, I'm glad we don't have to fight it, but I
Yeah.
don't. On the other hand, I don't think there's anything in this room for us.
Well, make a
Right.
nice, good. Let's look around.
Anything that looks like a scythe? Or like magical?
Do you have any kind of detect magic? It's more of a wizard thing. But you
I
can use
don't.
Arcana if you don't have detect magic.
I do, but I would have to cast it as a ritual. Anybody?
I do not.
Maybe in there.
I will use Arcana then.
You're looking around the room. This looks to be just an ordinary armory. It looks like at one point it was full with the mannequins and the shelves, kind of looking like it was weighed down by things. The only thing that stands out is that shield that is of a tortoise shell.
I want to grab that shield.
Well, we should look at it. It's interesting.
You might need it against whatever's barreling down the hallway at us.
That's true.
Okay, you grab the tortoise shell shield.
Yeah. And I'm going to equip it. I'm going to put my other shield on my back and carry that one.
All right, you have equipped a +1 shield.
I already had a +1 shield, but okay.
Okie dokie.
Dual wield
Okay.
shields.
But it's tortoise shell, so it looks cool. That's the point.
Yeah.
All right, so where should we go now?
I kind of want to walk down this hallway a bit, see if
Right.
they're there, and then go to this corner and see if I see anything.
Yeah. So you rock to the crossroads. Check things out.
I'll
The-
like when I come to this. I know I've already seen the thing or whatever, but what I was gonna say is like I would come here and look like both ways before I like fully step out, just to make sure that like I'm not gonna get sideswiped by something, or if there's more people coming down the hallway.
I mean, yeah, it's tech. If you're trying to be quiet about it, stealth. You kind of against the floors a bit. You peer around the corner. To the south, the grotesque creatures are still standing still. They seem unfazed by the loud noises coming from the north. To the north, with this peer around the corner, you see a very large lizard-esque creature slamming against the pillars, the walls, the ceilings of this building, of this temple. With this peering around, you see it smash into the ceiling, and a large stone block falls into the pool of blood, splashing it everywhere. It looks to be just wandering around, smashing. This large creature looks to be a dragon, but it
Ooh.
is kind of different. It has 5 heads, and are you proficient in religion, Cahoon?
I'm proficient in everything. No, I'm not.
Okay. So you've heard of tales of 5-headed dragons, but this isn't quite as extravagant as that. But it is not something that you want to find out what it is.
Okay, so you're saying we're not blessed with the sighting of Tiamat?
You can ask it if you want. I think
Yeah?
Ponderance
Hey, are
speaks
you
Draconic.
Tiamat?
Do you know where the scythe is?
Is that a serious query?
Yeah, this is my serious voice. I'm just gonna slowly back away and go back down the hall and say that the crashing is coming from a giant fucking dragon thing in the main room, dropping rocks in the pool. Probably killed the shark.
Well, I think the shark was our. No, the shark wasn't. Dang. Okay, let's avoid that. I don't know.
I mean,
You
is there
think?
anywhere else we haven't looked thoroughly enough?
Yeah. Okay, what about across this pit? Why do you say we shouldn't go there?
Yeah.
Because it's like practically a bathroom, and it's not safe, and it smells terrible, and I don't think there's anything on the other side of that.
You don't think there's anything on the other side?
Like over here?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Darn, that was my only hope. All right, well then we can go to the rowboats and the lake.
Okay, if they're still there. But yeah, we can go down there. Just watch out for the dragon thing.
There's a dragon. All right.
Okay, that would be down through the storage room with the big snake. Oh, the big snake's gone.
Well,
Yeah,
everybody was
as-
leaving.
As you walk
Everybody
down this
went through
hall
there.
into the storeroom, the snake's not there. Also, as you exit the room with all the armor and weapons, the on its own door shuts.
Did we investigate
that's
that room
clever.
carefully and look through all the weapons, right?
Not really.
Oh.
Like we
I
rolled
looked for
Arcana
magic
to-
ones,
Wow.
and we found the shield.
Okay.
Yeah, I grabbed the shield. That's okay. Well, the snake's not here. Did you see any of these boxes when you were looking at what the snake was counting? Did any of them have interesting stuff we could use? I mean,
It's
not just the ordinary supplies.
Bolts of cloth, bars of metal.
Well, the bars of metal, that sounds good.
I mean, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, maybe the bars of
We
metal.
don't-
Are we talking gold, silver?
Like copper,
Platinum.
bronze,
Think so?
iron.
Yeah, like for
Lithium.
metal crafting.
Ah, okay, all right. Never
We
mind.
don't
then.
want to
Let's
weigh
just-
ourselves down too much.
Let's just keep going then. Head to the boats. To the boats.
To the
Why
boats.
are we-
To the boats.
Where are we going to the boats?
It's down past the fire and down this passageway.
Am I going the right way?
Oh,
Yep. I think I am.
Passageway to the right.
Right.
Well, once you get to the campfire, yeah, go east.
I think I'm in the wrong place. I found. No. There's
Did you see
other
the
people.
campfire?
I don't think I went far enough. Oh, yes, I did. There it is. That's what that.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes. Oh, a bunch of dead people.
and yeah, a bunch of dead people. So head to your right,
My right.
and
Okay.
you'll be okay.
Oh, yeah. Derp, 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 derp.
Derp,
Oh.
derp, derp. Okay, so here we are. And oh, it looks like the boats are still there. That's good.
What'd the rest of
Oh,
them do? Swim?
there's a snake guy. It looks like.
There's a snake in my boot.
No,
Your
there's not a
boat?
snake guy.
There's no snake guy there.
My mistake. All right.
Mind the
so,
snake.
Oh,
No.
wait. There's another passage.
There's another passage.
Yeah,
What?
we don't have to get on the boats just now. Oh, where did I lose my there?
Your contact?
My badger. Catch up with me. Come on, badger.
Oh.
Go ahead of me, badger.
Badgering him.
It's like I'm going down a colon.
I got this picture from my dog.
Yes.
You people are all too young.
So, as you walk down this pathway,
Yep.
you kind of are hit by a gentle breeze. You smell fresh air coming from this end of the tunnel.
Oh, okay.
The walls are slightly damp, and you see a couple critters crawling around, centipedes and whatnot.
Maybe they have one of those air purifiers.
So does it look like this would be a way outside?
This is probably a way out of this area.
Okay. We don't want to leave this area right now yet. Okay. To the boats.
Cannot fast travel while enemies are nearby.
Do we want to
what?
go to the
True.
where are the boats gonna go?
Wherever the water goes. Looks like to the north.
Okay. But he said that we could exit out the back?
To the
Down the
south,
sphincter?
it seems like there's fresh wind coming in.
Why do you want to leave? We just started having fun.
Okay.
I'm going to get in a boat
Yeah, I'll get in a
with
boat
my
too.
badger.
Getting in a boat. Are they? Do they look like they're not too leaky or anything?
They look pretty sturdy. A lot more sturdy
They're
than
good.
the wooden planks that you saw in that pit room.
Okay. All right.
There's just 2 boats. Will we all be able to go?
It's so little.
Are they White Star Liner?
Oh, so what are... Oh, are those things that you can move? Aha.
So yeah, you could fit 4 in one boat and 3 in another. 4 counting the badger. It might
Right.
be a bit snug on the 4. But you could do it. Okay, so you aboard the boats.
Sure.
We do.
Okay. As you all shimmy in, not sure who's getting in what boat, but it's a lot more muffled now that you've created some distance and some walls. But you do feel the tremors of the stone smashing. The water in this lake ripple with the sound it's creating through the cave walls. But you feel like you can traverse this underground lake.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go to and we want to go to the northeast.
Whee!
Looks like... Is there a beach and a tunnel off to the right up ahead?
Yes. As you row yourselves northward, you see that to the
Row,
east
row your
there
boat.
are a small crevice that leads from this area. another cave.
You want to put ashore here and look that way?
Maybe we should
Okay.
check it out.
Check it out.
Well, there I am.
Okay, you see that this passage widens into a cavern that is filled with fungi. Various toadstools, puffballs, and other
Oh,
tuberous plants.
I
the
thought it
walls
was
and-
Do I
party
recognize
bros.
them? Can I roll medicine?
A medicine or a nature. Against the far wall, you see a malformed skeleton that lies buried under some mold, and a brass key hangs around its neck. So Ashe, as you kind of peer inside the cavernous area with the various kinds of toadstools and mushrooms, you recognize that there is a something called green slime that is covering the walls and ceiling.
Oh boy.
And you know that it's a bit damaging, especially to metal or wood, but it'll singe you lightly, touch it against your flesh. There is also on the skeleton, it's covered in this yellow mold. Which is more of a spore-like plant that will cause poison in the spores.
I wouldn't touch any of this stuff.
Were you able to get the key?
We should. Do we have mage hand? I would not touch that stuff. Like,
Where's the body?
Yeah.
Sarah says, "Oh, my time to shine," and she casts Mage Hand.
Great. It can retrieve the key. Maybe have it wash the key in the water before we touch it. We don't want to touch anything in here.
All right.
With that medicine check, you know that fire is a good remedy for green slime and yellow.
Okay. If anyone has fire cantrip or a torch, we also could burn
Yeah,
it.
how dark is it back here?
It is pitch black, unlike the rest of the cave, or unless the temple, which was very clearly lit with sconces. This is not lit at all.
Yeah, so then after we left the campfire, Cthulhu would have had a torch with him, because he can't see for shit.
Okay, sounds good. So they can see. Does anyone have any kind of fire that can help with this predicament?
I mean, could I use the torch at all?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, just hold it in the torch.
Yeah, the mage hand will float it above the fire and burn off any kind of dangerous spores that have covered the and she hands it to Ash.
Am I standing on it?
Standing on what?
On the bad stuff?
Nope. It's further in. It's like
Okay.
that in the opening cave.
As we get back into the boat, I'll like make sure it's not on anyone.
You can use that medicine check. You check all around. It seems like nobody has entered an area that has gotten them infected with either green slime or yellow mold. So they all look good.
No one has slime lung.
Thank
Yay.
you. What would you like to do next?
I don't know. Just go farther up if that's what people want to do.
I think we either go farther up this tunnel or farther by water.
Let's go farther up, I guess.
By tunnel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dead end. Dead end. Okay.
Is there a keyhole anywhere for a copper key?
You have a copper.
The key is made of brass, but there are no keyholes throughout this tunnel.
Unfortunate.
Okay. I guess it's back to the water.
That was a dead end at the end of the tunnel? That's weird. Why would they have a
Yep.
tunnel? And did you investigate really carefully at the end of it? Make sure there's no,
This is Loki you're talking to.
Oh, right.
Of course he didn't.
I'm going to investigate around to see if there's a, secret entrance or stuff for why this doesn't have a...
Yeah, make an investigation.
What?
Okay, so you walk into here, where the skeleton was lying on the ground. And you peer around. It seems like, this... Actually, looking at the skeleton, this creature probably worshipped some sort of deity that revolved around, like fungus, and mushrooms, and spores, that kind of thing. So they were probably in here doing drugs and died from it. And I want you to make a con save and a dexterity save.
Dexterity. Okay. Thanks. Trouble. Okay. Constitution.
Sounds like a pretty bad support group.
Damn. Rolls. So you're walking around, investigating what this person was doing, and you just feel something in your, like, little tickle in your throat, in your chest, but you just managed to cough it out. And as you're walking around, little spurts come out from the walls. This green slime is trying to get a little touch on your skin. But you're just like, whatever, brush it off.
Okay.
No, you don't touch her.
All right.
Ain't nothing
I'll
touching you.
I'll get back out there. I didn't see anything. All right. There's no entrance, exit there. Back in the boats.
Back in the boats.
You travel some distance again. You find an outcropping of stone in the middle of the underwater lake, as it were. Forms kind of a grotto. To the west, you see a bank that has a door right next to it. And on the pillar, as you get closer to it, you see specks of white. And the closer you get, you notice that there are quite a few bones that are littered around this area on the stone slab. As you round this corner, you hear another slam of stone on stone. You continue on?
Can we see through the door? Is it out open?
It is open, yes. You see it leads to a short hallway that goes left and right. Beyond, there's a small alcove, but from this angle, you can't really see much.
Should we check this area too? Maybe?
Sure. Do it.
Okay, so you get to the bank of the store, or do you go to the rock and metal?
The door.
Okay,
I want to see what's in it.
you are now free to go about the cabin.
Wonder what's inside.
What's in here?
Inside here, you see what looks to be previously catacombs, but the spots where bodies would go look like they are lined with straw and hay. Looks like they converted this to a master bedroom, something very nice. Next to their master bath as well.
Delicious. Nope, just a bedroom.
What
And
a
that,
strange thing to do.
Snake pit place.
Northward?
Northward.
You continue on this underground river. You reach another bank in the river, and you notice that there used to be an opening here, a hall or some sort, but there is now stone rubble blocking it.
Hmm.
You continue on a little further until you reach the dead end.
Well,
So to our left, there's an area but that's blocked by rubble.
Yes.
Does it look like it would just be impossible to dig through?
It looks like it would take some time, or if you had a spell, stone shape, you could probably make your way in.
If I had a spell slot.
Well, I'd give you a spell slot if I could, but well, okay. So it looks like the water route's a dead end for us.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't this the direction we saw all of the concubines going? All of the snake ladies? Where'd they go?
I don't know.
They went south past the
Oh, did you mean okay? Thought it was
That
the
or-
same direction. Never mind.
They went elsewhere.
And where would you like to go?
Go back down to the bottom of the cavern where the fresh air was coming from.
Guess. I don't know that there's.
Well, that map-like thing that somebody found showed
Yeah.
the multi-headed dragon,
Mm-hmm.
like destroying these mountains or whatever, and then there was other stuff on that map.
Mm-hmm.
What is Cholt?
Jolt is the jungle
Jungle.
that you are inside of, the peninsula.
Okay, so
Just like a flying, multi-headed dragon. And 3 ghostly statue things.
So the scimitar of undead was supposed to be, or undeath, whatever.
Scythe.
Was Scythe, sure. Was at the base of the mountain, correct? Maybe we've. While we were walking around, did for the 10 minutes while I had Loki object, did it ping at all?
It did not.
So I don't think we gotta go fighting the dragon thing. And if it's like the protective, I just don't know how to read this map. I don't know really where we are on it. Are we at like
The
the
skull?
serpent? I'm sorry?
The skull.
What skull?
The skull and crossbones.
Oh, that's where we are?
I don't know. That was my guess.
Not a bad guess.
Maybe we're at the Serpent Temple, which is at the base of the volcanoes.
Well, there's the Loch Ness worm. The four-headed trogdor. The step pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with
step
that. I don't.
pyramid.
Help, we're stuck in the caverns.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Does anyone else have any ideas? I don't know. Let's just go out the back. Let's just go out
Okay.
the tunnel.
I say we go find the guide who brought us here and we beat his ass till he gives us the site. He
Mm-hmm.
clearly knows where it was and misguided us.
Mhm.
That's the only explanation.
Then we want a refund.
Well, we can try to go out that back door
We could
and then
see
look
what's
for this,
out there.
and then look for the step pyramid.
Is the place that we, like, when we saw it when we went in, did it look like the step pyramid?
It looked like, yes. In a sense, it looked like a step pyramid in the side of a mountain. So it was protruding
Okay.
out. A lot of the levels were kind of obscured by rock and jungle.
Wait, so there's more levels.
Well, that's. I mean, maybe. Let's just get.
Maybe
Let's just get.
that's where
It's
this
clearly
goes.
not. It's not in here. And unless we want to go past the dragon thing,
Nope.
so let's just go out the other exit.
We didn't investigate the creepy room.
What's the creepy room?
This one.
The one that
Does
looks
the
like
key unlock this?
You go to fit the key. It's a normal door, unlike that stone door with a handle. But you go. It's got a lock on it. You slide the key smoothly into the lock. And it opens.
Wow,
I open the door.
unexpected.
Are the dudes still not moving?
They're still not moving.
There's like murlocs.
Does
look
this, like, the plants and stuff in here look like the slimy stuff too?
They're waiters.
No.
This is a lunchroom. They're hand
Do
servants.
I recognize them?
Yeah, this
roll
is-
another nature.
This is Bill. This is Ted. And this is Excellent Adventure. They're all friends.
So the clay pots and vials and whatnot that are on these stone tablets look to be things that would create venoms and poisons, toxins and whatnot of all sorts, either ingested, injected, or inhaled, or even topical. But these creatures don't seem to make any kind of movement when you enter the room.
Close the door and be like, Aja, you need any poison?
Yeah. Is it okay if I step in and have a look around?
Do you know which ones to touch and not to touch? I can pick some for you if you tell me what you would use it for.
Probably something to coat my weapon with. The arrows.
I look for something like that, preferably close-ish and on this side. But I haven't, like, moved into the room yet. I want to
You-
find what I'm looking for first, because these
You
dudes
would-
creep me out.
You would have to move into the room to investigate the plants. Find out what they do. From a distance, you can't.
Oh, there's another one right there. I step into the door and stop and look around at them.
Not moving. You hear another loud crashing coming from the hallway to the
I look over here at this tables.
The creatures in here, as you move in, they don't even move their heads. The crashing of stone shakes the floor slightly, so they kind of wobble a bit as if they're going to fall over, but they stay standing. We'll use that medicine
wobble.
roll that you had before. you see. So you see one clay pot of wyvern poison and one vial of purple worm. These are both poisons that you can apply to weapons. I think it's 5 arrows or 1 weapon. 1 minute.
Okay.
And they will deal quite a bit of damage.
I grab them both and look around at the dudes.
The dudes are just standing there, kind of searching around, and you hear another slam. You feel it. It's close now, as the creature uses one of its heads to peer into this room. It looks like it's at the crossroads, checking out the different directions. And it sees
I put them in my bag and I go out the door and I close it and lock it.
as you
Like,
are running
okay, let's go.
from behind, you hear the sound of smashing the stone against the wall. The door itself is made out of metal, but as you slam it, lock it, pull the key out, you see tendrils of blue go across it as if electricity was snapping against it.
Mm.
A little too close for my liking. Let's go.
Cthulhu's already gone.
Okay, so you head down south.
Loki, are you with us?
Yep.
Loading screen.
South.
Heading south.
Alright, so you travel some distance. It takes not too long, roughly 100 feet. The wind grows stronger. You feel refreshed from the air blowing from outside. And as you make your way down this tunnel, you see that it's been a while since you first got here. And it is evening, so the sun has set as you make your way out of these caves and back into the jungle with ruins surrounding it. And if you want, we can end it there for kind of a idea of where to go to next, or we can continue on having a discussion about what's
I think we gotta figure out exactly where we are, if possible. We need someone to turn into a bird.
I don't think anyone turned to a bird. I mean, we can just teleport back to the town. Unless we are going to keep looking.
I can cast Lehman's tiny hut.
Alright, well let's
You can get a full rest.
go a little ways away from the entrance here. So we can kind of disguise it a bit in some shrubbery.
Yes.
And then maybe get a rest in. Some
Plan.
spell slots would be nice. I need to greater restoration. Sheila. In the morning. So.
Alright, so you head out from this cave. It leads away from the mountain. You don't really recognize anything. It's completely new. Doesn't look like anything like the front of the temple which you entered. But you head out and find a good spot. I'll have Aja roll survival to figure out a good spot.
Yeah, best
Keeping hidden.
best spot. Fine.
She managed to find a good spot. There are some trees and rocks nearby. You can kind of disguise the hut as a rock, keeping out of sight. It's pretty
All right. I cast it and make a nice rock-shaped, mossy rock-looking hut.
All right. Would anyone want to keep watch for the night, or are you just all hitting the sack?
I'm hitting the sack.
I'll take the first
Um,
watch.
Yeah, we probably should keep watch in case, like, could we still see the entrance of the cave?
I don't think so. You said you wanted a good ways away.
I said, like, a little ways away to where we wouldn't be seen, like, first thing when you come out of the...
Yeah, you're far enough away. If you wanted to say that you keep an eye on the cave, you can. It's pretty dark out. You still have your torch,
Oh.
but you're able to keep an alright watch. If there's
I would take the second half, because I think I only need 4 hours, right?
no, just have short.
Yeah.
Ponderance doesn't need to sleep at all.
Nope.
But is there anything you'd like to do before you all fall asleep?
I don't think so. Well, no. When it's my turn to keep watch after I sleep, I will examine the skull some more.
What about eating?
Oh. That might be good.
You have rations if you need them.
Yep. I am going to eat before and then I'm going to turn in.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Okay. I will say, after the rough day you've had, infiltrating this Yuan-Ti temple, fighting for the slaves, just getting through an entourage of various kinds of Yuan-Ti guards, ending up inside the treasure room pretty fast, and then having to fight the boss and his guard. It's been a day. And you don't need to roll any perception checks. You get through the night peacefully. You have your long rests. You get your spell slots back. You get half your hit die. Loki gets 1 point of exhaustion taken off. And I want.
And then I greater restoration Sheila.
Yeah. I prepare slots, spells as you need.
Oh yeah, I should change those.
I want Ashe to make a con save.
Okay, hang on.
Okay. So you wake up in the morning. Actually, no. You had you were on watch. As you were on watch, you're studying the map and the skull and the various weapons that you got. Maybe the frog statuette. You kind of feel something, and you cough a bit, but it's not. And you all have had your rest.
Great. D&D teaches us nothing else the importance of a good night's sleep.
It's a real fantasy for getting a full
Yeah.
night's sleep at once.
Yes, it is.
All right. So, I guess that's where we're headed. We can
Okay.
get Aja back up to speed next time.
Yep.
Maybe she has some ideas of where to go. She's more
Oh,
of a
I give her the poisons.
yes. She has a better idea of traversing terrain than anyone else here. But yeah. So that is that.
Okay. All righty. Well, gotta find a plan B next time. But at least we got some good treasure out of that. You know, there's that.
I suppose so.
Yeah. You know, didn't save anybody.